Thank you. My name is Carlos Martins. I'm Portuguese, from Porto. I'm not a journalist, just a reader. I'm working in creative industries fields as a consultant, as also a practitioner. I conceive and implement projects. And the main project we are preparing now is this Future European Capital Culture, Guimarães 2012. And so it's about transforming ideas into action. The starting point is where is this place? What people do there? How do they live? How do they use social networking? How do they produce value, social and economic value? So it's a small place in the north of the country. Halfway between Porto and Galicia, north of Spain. And it's World Heritage from UNESCO. It's the place where Portugal was born. The first battle when we got independent, the first king born there. It's a place full of identity, full of self-esteem, full of proud of being 9 years old city and creating a country. There's a few places that can say, we create our own country. We fight for our independence. And that's why in this wall, there's a sign to say, here Portugal born. So it's a place full of this proud self-esteem. With symbolic landscape, with castle, palaces, a specific architecture also. With a nice and clean public realm, public space. But also, until 3 or 4 years ago, very strong in terms of economic industry, exporting a lot. So, in a few sentences, it's a place full of inspiring history, full of entrepreneurial spirit, supported by a very dynamic and good university, namely in technology issues. A small place, just 50,000 people living inside the city borders, 160 in the municipality, and one of the youngest places in Europe. 50% of the people living there are under 30 years old. It's an historical textile industry, as all the textile industry in Europe are facing significant competitiveness challenges, and it has conduct to 14% of unemployment, 2 times more than the national average. So this is a starting point. A place where culture, where history, where identity is very strong still, but where people start not to believe in their own future. And in the 70s or 60s last century, normally people, in these conditions, people will emigrate, but now the question themselves, emigrate where to? Where can we restart our life? Where can we restart our economic perspective? And because of this history and this inspiring heritage, Portuguese government appointed Guimarães as Future Capital Culture for 2012. And me and my company were asked to conceive the project, the concept, but also the program. What can this city do today in this new arena of fighting for ideas, fighting for innovation, for creativity? What does a small place like this in a peripheral country facing huge economic challenges can manage? And the question is how to transform these ideas into reality. So it's about what we've been discussing these days and discussing today. And the question is that people read, people watch TV, and they know that now the negative approach, this depression approach, is the one who's winning, and they see no positive perspectives, no future ahead. And so even listening to everybody saying the crisis is a terrible thing to waste, we need to take profit on this crisis, they look around and they just lose their jobs, and the young people, they don't know what to look for in terms of employment, in terms of studying, in terms of what they can do to give a sense to their lives. And so the question is, what I asked us is, okay, let's fix the future. Let's fix this region and city future. Give us the toolkits. We have this chance, this opportunity to be in capital culture for Europe. It's quite a good brand for a city. But what to do with this? Normally cities use this brand to have a 365 days festival with a very good cultural program where people see lots of interesting performances, concerts, listen to interesting people, but that's all. At the end, they go back home and they keep their own lives. But we don't have time anymore to do such a... And we need to do something different. That's why we need to find new tools, new instruments to deal with these challenges. And we can't find anywhere. We have to look for it in our own places, in our own minds, in our own people. And people which are used to repeat since they were working in industry. The education system were created for people to learn how to repeat, not to learn how to create. And we can't find these answers anywhere. So the information is spread all around, but the solutions are just in their places. And now the approach we're giving that think local and act global, inverting the normal approach to this kind of stuff. So, of course, we are not certain. We are not sure about what to do, but we have to do something. We have to try, and they pay us to do something as a consultants. And now I'm project manager for this capital culture. So we have to implement things since we have 100 million euros to invest on this project. So what we decide is to start over, is start again, is to reset what I've been doing before. Is doing as we do in our computers. We don't know how to face when they don't work. We just Control Alt Delete. In this case, the city and the region, and start again. That's our approach. We could do. It's no. I'm not enough academic to say it another way. It's just Control Alt Delete what you do. But if we try to give this academic approach and putting these ideas in circles to seem that we are clever and intelligent people, would say that we need to fix the future using 4 different dimensions and approaches. One is involving people, engage local institutions, engage economic institutions in change. People have to understand they have to change every detail of their daily life. They have to understand that they have to change their capacity, their vision, their qualifications. The same for companies, the same for papers, the same for public institutions. But also they have to work in a different approach, networking, partnership, brokering, and working in a more horizontal perspective, crossing boundaries with new approach to relationships. But also, it's not just about physical transformation, it's also about digital transformation. But in physical transformation, there's lots of things we have to do, mostly about what Carlos is going to speak about later on. It's about reconceptualizing the way we interact with our habitats, the way the physical footprint we connect with, reconnecting the way we live with our neighborhoods, with our places, with our streets, with our gardens, the way we interact with public realm. But of course, it's about also digital transformation, innovation, knowledge transfer, business as an opportunity, new business for new economy. So what we challenge ourselves is to take this opportunity, not just to copy what the big places are doing, what the main regions, what the English-speaking culture is doing everywhere, but to do something for our own, but at the same time, to understand that this is a chance to lead. When things are changing so dramatically, new leaders will follow, will appear. And why not a small place in a small country,